Hello and welcome to Day 7, the final episode of Inspo's Career 7 with me, John Slattery. So all that's left for me to do is to offer you 3 key pieces of advice for you to take away, kind of as overarching guidance to use alongside the 3-step process we've covered in the last 6 episodes. The first piece of advice is to embrace that career choices are hard work. They require plenty of self-reflection and they require a lot of conversations, and they'll all be necessary for you to create a great career choice for yourself. I say it because the way in which the modern world has evolved, it's made us come to expect things to arrive quick and easy. So for example, like if we order a taxi, sure, it's outside in 5 or 6 minutes. If we order food in, it's on our table in less than half an hour. So that's created expectations of ease. And the one thing I can say to you is with career choices, it's simply never going to be a really simple process. However, what I would say on the flip side, while it is going to require work, the prize is massive. Like as we said in earlier episodes, bar sleep, you'll spend more time on work than anything else as an adult. So therefore, making a good career choice can have a huge positive upside in terms of your mental health and just in terms of your disposition in general. And you experience the benefit of that, and the people around you and the people who you love experience the benefit of that too. The second piece of advice is I just love you to kind of embrace the possibilities and be open-minded around what the right career choice is for you. So I'd like to share one example, which is of Niamh Shaw's, someone who I've been very fortunate to get to know through work. I met Niamh a number of years ago for a coffee, and I asked Niamh, what was your big career dream? And Niamh said to me, John, I want to go to space. And Niamh has done 2 brilliant things in relation to that career dream of hers. Number one, she started to combine her passion with her profession, which was acting. So she created a stage play which she brought to the theatre about space. Secondly, she started to pursue her passion outside of work. So for example, she went on a NASA approved space training program. And all this has culminated in Niamh getting to spend so much of her days in work now with her passion front and centre. So I think Niamh is a really good example of just keeping a very broad perspective on what the best career choice is and also how you can get there. The last piece of advice I'd like to offer you is to embrace a concept that I call the referendum effect. So take the 2 referendums that we've had in Ireland over the last few years, the same-sex referendum and the referendum on abortion. In both instances, there was a huge amount of information shared. There was good accuracy on both sides of the debate, and crucially, there was really good debates to present both sides. What that allowed the voter to do is to go to the voting stations and be able to make a very informed choice. Now, in both scenarios, it's widely accepted that the right outcome was achieved. However, in both scenarios, you had upwards of 30% who voted against the proposals. For me, these referendums are a great metaphor for a good career choice. In my experience as a coach, and personally, I've rarely seen where someone has experienced where their options are 100% yes in relation to one and 0% yes in relation to any other. There's usually merits across the board. However, if we can create a strong enough majority behind one, that will enable us to make a good career choice. And that for me is success, and therefore I think it's a very good metaphor to hold on to. A cousin of mine, Will Slattery, comes to mind, who a number of years back was debating a career in either sports journalism or digital marketing. And I remember both speaking to Will and observing him and just watching the huge amount of self-reflection he did, the conversations that he pursued, and what it enabled him to do was to create the strongest possible majority for one, sports journalism, and then allowing him to really go and fully commit to that. And he's reaped the rewards for the hard work he carried out in his process at the time. So folks, there are the 3 pieces of advice I'd love you to take along, as well as the 3-step process that we've shared earlier on in the series. Thanks very much for taking the time to tune in with me. I'd love to get any feedback that you have in relation to what you liked about the series, what could make any subsequent Inspo series even better. And equally, if you'd like to chat about your own career, please do give me a shout at john@inspo.ie or through a direct message in LinkedIn. Have a great rest of your day and chat to you soon.